Dear students, I am PSR, Faculty of Mathematics. Here I am with you with a very important topic, Bayes theorem of your probability chapter. So I hope you will be very clear about the Bayes theorem from this video. So let's begin. Dear students, in this video I am going to explain you about the Bayes theorem of probability chapter of class 12. So to understand this Bayes theorem, I have drawn a figure in the right hand side of this page. This is a box in blue color and this is represented by the letter S. So what is S? S is the sample space by the all outcomes of any experiment. And here in this sample space I have considered three events like E1, E2 and E3. And remember that these three events E1, E2 and E3, they are pairwise disjoint. But dear students, you also remember that it is not necessary that in a sample space S there will be only three outcomes like only three events like E1, E2 and E3. There may be more than three events or less than three events also. Now you see here I am writing as this: E1, E2 and E3 be three events of sample space such that they are pairwise disjoint. That is, mathematically this can be expressed in the set theory as E1 intersection E2 is equal to phi, E2 intersection E3 equal to phi, E3 intersection of E1 also equal to phi. So this means that they are pairwise disjoint. But E1, E2 and E3 are like that. Union all of these three events will be exactly equal to the sample space S. Now we consider an event of A associated in the sample space S such that A intersection of E1, A intersection of E2, A intersection of E3, they are also disjoint because E1, E2 and E3 they are disjoint. Therefore intersection of A with E1 or E2 or E3 will be again disjoint sets. Then the probability of event A can be expressed in the form probability of A union intersection of E1 union, probability of A intersection E2 union, probability of A intersection of E3. So since they are the disjoint events, disjoint results, therefore we can express them as their union. So this union sign will be replaced by the plus sign. This is the rule of probability. That's why we get probability of A equal to this step. Okay, now by multiplication rule of probability we get probability of A intersection of E1 equal to probability of E1 into probability of A by E1. So how we can this result? So you know this is already discussed in the topic of independent probability. That is, the conditional probability of A by union is actually what? Equal to probability of A intersection of E1 by probability of E1. So by a simple simplification, one or two step, we get the result of probability of A intersection of E1 is equal to this one. Similarly, probability of A intersection of E2 will be equal to probability of E2 into probability of A by E2, and probability of A intersection of E3 also equal to probability of E3 into probability of A by E3. So these are what? By multiplication rule of probability. Now what we do? This probability of A can be expressed in this form. How we can get this? By writing the probability of these three values in this step. This step you see here we have the three probability with intersection sign. This probability results we have these three values and they are writing here. We get the probability of A equal to this step. So this is, I can explain you, probability of E1 into probability of A by E1 plus probability of E2 into probability of A by E2 plus probability of E3 into probability of A by E3. Now we are going to find out the probability of event E1 by A. So this one is a conditional probability. So by using the formula of conditional probability, we can write probability of A intersection of E1 by probability of A. I hope this step you must know. Now already we have the probability of intersection of u1 as multiplication theorem. This one probability of u1 into probability a by u1 and divided already probability of a. Now what to do? We just put the probability of a value from this step in this denominator part, then one complete result is now determined, and which is probability of a u1 by a will be equal to probability of u1 into probability of a by u1 divided by this sum of the probabilities. So this method, this process also can be used for probability of e2 by a or probability e3 by a. Now for all of these three probabilities, we can use probability of ei by a. So what is ei? I will represent 1, 2 or 3 according to the equation. So if I is equal to 1, then that 1 will be replaced in place of this I. If I is equal to 2, then all of this I will be 2, and if I is equal to 3, then all of this I is equal to 3. But the denominator will be same to all of these probabilities. Okay, so this result actually known as the Bayes theorem, and I hope now you are very clear to this Bayes theorem, which is very important theorem of our probability chapter. Okay, thank you.